What's up, guys? Swift here. Been diving into the film room to break down the Bears' first victory in a year, putting up a 40 burger and beating the Washington Commanders. We all know by now that Justin Fields and DJ Moore had huge games. I will be breaking down their days as well, but first I wanted to talk about how I think the Chicago Bears offensive line was able to dominate one of the best defensive lines in the entire NFL. This was a huge performance by our offensive line, led by rookie offensive tackle Darnell Wright, who had a huge game with some big-time pancakes. But it was also the return of Teven Jenkins as well. He rotated in throughout the game and was on the field for 17 points in just 37 total snaps. Teven Jenkins manhandled All-Pro Jonathan Allen at times. He didn't allow a single pressure while he was on the field, and he made some key blocks on big-time drives. Nate Davis also looked really good in this one. This offensive line has the makings of being really good if they could stay healthy and get Braxton Jones back. Larry Borom has played pretty well. He's been beat for a few sacks and had a couple of penalties, but overall he has played very solid and looks to be developing into a good swing tackle option. But enough talk, let's get right into the film room and break down what I saw on tape. The contrast this year versus last year against the Commanders was amazing. Last year, Fields took an absolute beating by Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen. They didn't even have Chase Young last year. He was still recovering from a torn ACL. This time he was back, but the Bears' offensive line stepped up and had one of the best games I've seen by this offensive line in the last 2 to 3 years. The theme of the day was a nice, clean pocket for Justin Fields, and some nice open holes in the run game as well. They were far from perfect. They had a couple of penalties and gave up 3 sacks on the day. Larry Borom was beat badly a couple times at left tackle, but for the most part, they played as a unit and gave Fields time to make plays. One of the biggest plays I want to showcase is our rookie right tackle, Darnell Wright. He pulls across the field on this one and is going to deliver a big-time pancake. But this play shows off his athleticism and his power. Just watching him in slow motion as he pulls from one side of the line to the other, identifies who he wants to block, and then just absolutely crushes him. This is just something that I could watch over and over again. You see him get off the line. He has a ton of athleticism. Nate Davis there too with the first block. Let's give a little shout out to Nate Davis here as well. Leading the way, taking on Chase Young face to face. Boom. Squares up. This is the first big block of the play. He's going to open the lane. Decent job on the inside here as well. Fields is running right behind big rookie Darnell tackle. And number 13 out here has absolutely no chance. Watch this. Darnell Wright, boom. Lowers his shoulder, squares it up, delivers the hit with nothing but his shoulder here. See him come in and just, boom. Just absolutely destroy that guy. And then if it wasn't such a crushing blow, he probably could have stayed in front of Fields here. But I mean, that's Justin Fields. He's so fast. If he could have blocked this guy too, I mean, Fields would have had even more daylight to run there. But you got to love the physical presence that our offensive line gave in this game. We'll watch it from the other angle here, and you can just see Darnell. Watch Darnell and Nate Davis get out of their stances in time. Good job by Larry Borom. Good job by Nate Davis. Good job by Cole Kmet. And then here comes the big freight train, Darnell Wright, for a pancake. Just absolutely destroys that guy. Is able to stay on his feet, regain his balance, try to find the next guy to block. This is just an awesome job by a rookie tackle. There's a lot of fans out there that are still salty we didn't take Jalen Carter, but Darnell Wright is a key player in this team's future. I think he has the potential to be an all-pro right tackle. He wasn't perfect in this game. He did get beat once or twice, but overall, he played an awesome game. Darnell Wright spent a ton of time on an island in this game and did very well blocking guys one-on-one and even shutting them down at times. But I want to showcase his elite athleticism. Not just getting off the line, selling a block, and then getting downfield for a screen. You get to see him and Nate Davis here. Really, both of these guys on the right side are going to be dominant. And these are both tone setters on the offensive line. Teven Jenkins is also a tone setter, so I can't wait to get these guys going. But look at Darnell. He gets out here to the edge and is able to destroy a cornerback. Also a good job by Khalil Herbert here with the block. Nate Davis getting downfield, looking for work, hustling. But watch this block by Darnell Wright. Right here. This is in slow motion. He's moving a lot faster than this. Again, lowers his shoulder. Gets the contact. Absolutely just destroys another guy. Darnell is a tone setter. This defense still feels him a few days later. It's a physical, dominating presence. And then let's watch Nate Davis downfield here. Look at him keeping his head on a swivel, identifying blockers. Boom. Grabbing somebody and taking him out. If DJ doesn't get tackled here, it's possible he takes this one to the house as well. Look at Nate Davis here, just driving this guy out of the play. I loved what I saw from Nate Davis. And then moving on to the next play here, this is going to be a counter play in the run game. And you can see just the physical presence that these guys have. We have tone setters. Washington's going to try a stunt here. Daron Payne's going to split out to the left. Montez Sweat is going to cut inside. Watch how Nate Davis handles this. Blows Daron Payne off him. Sees Montez Sweat coming inside on the stunt. Good job by Lucas Patrick grabbing him there. And then Darnell Wright is just going to clear a path from Daron Payne here, opening up a huge hole for Khalil Herbert to cut back through. This is a great job by the offensive line. Also on the backside, you get to see Teven Jenkins. Almost every play he's in, he's dominating somebody. If Tev can stay healthy, this guy's an all-pro lineman. Tev cleared that backside. Darnell Wright, good job on the inside. And look at just the space for Khalil Herbert. He's in daylight here. Let's go back and watch it again. We're just going to watch in slow motion here. You can watch Teven Jenkins, or you can watch how good these guys handle the stunt. But overall, this is just awesome execution by the offensive line. Boom, boom, hole, daylight. Beautiful play. We need to see more of this going forward. Okay, and then moving on, what I want to show here is I'm going to show an entire drive. This was Teven Jenkins' first drive of the game. He stayed in for the entire drive. They marched down the field and scored a touchdown. And this is pretty much how Teven Jenkins looked all game. But you can also see a little bit of what the other guys on this offensive line were doing so well. Let's get right into it here. First play is just going to be a quick pass. You're going to see Teven Jenkins one-on-one with all-pro Jonathan Allen here. And this play is so quick, you don't really get to see much. But you have to love the technique that Tev has coming up and just stonewalling him. Larry Borum gets beat by Chase Young here on a speed rush, and Chase Young is going to actually deflect this pass. Let's watch. So you see what happened here? Borum just doesn't get out there in time. He's able to tip the pass. But look at Teven Jenkins here on the inside. Love his technique. We'll move on to the next play. What we got here is a run play to Khalil Herbert. He's going to the right side. He's going to have two holes that open up here. We'll just watch here at first. Get to see Cole Kmet, good job. Kari Blasingame, Larry Borum getting to the second level. What Teven Jenkins is doing here is he's helping Cody Whitehair get a push, and then he's going to go to the second level as well, opening up an initial hole here for Khalil Herbert. But then you'll see on this side over here, Nate Davis and Darnell Wright are going to open up another hole. And we're going to see Khalil Herbert. He's going to choose to go through this hole over here. I like this hole up the middle better with Teven Jenkins, Larry Borum. That's a nice lane to run through. But Herbert decides to cut this one back here. If you look at how he throws Nate Davis off balance here, I think Nate Davis is also expecting Khalil to run through this hole. But Darnell Wright does such a good job of walling his man off here that Khalil might have went off script and tried to take it over here. But Nate Davis did such a great job throughout this entire game. To me, it looks like he's trying to block this guy off this way, keep the hole here for Khalil Herbert. And once Herbert bounces over here, Daron Payne then uses Nate's leverage against him, is able to almost bring down Khalil Herbert there. But I feel like if Khalil goes north-south instead of east-west here, he's going to pick up more yards. Good job by the offensive line, though, again. This next play is another big run by Khalil Herbert. Get to see a lot of stuff here. We got Teven Jenkins one-on-one. He's going to dominate All-Pro Jonathan Allen on this one. Larry Borum's going to do a good job on Chase Young. Darnell Wright's going to do a killer job on the backside on Daron Payne. Walls him off. Teven Jenkins opens a hole. Good job by Larry Borum. Nate Davis just doesn't get to this guy on the second level. Nice try by Cody Whitehair, but he misses the block there. But Khalil Herbert just does not stop running. Look at him just keep churning his legs after contact, picking up extra yards, carrying piles. This guy is hard to bring down. Even DJ Moore is like, it's a tough guy to tackle right there. But just look at Teven one-on-one against Jonathan Allen. All-Pro on this side. Future All-Pro potentially right here, in my opinion, with Teven Jenkins. This next play, the offensive line does another great job. I don't want to knock on Khalil Herbert. I don't want people to take this wrong. I just want you to watch this play. As much as I love Khalil Herbert, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Khalil Herbert. I feel like on a couple of these plays, he left yards on the field. So you can just see the great job. Watch Teven Jenkins on this play again. Just absolutely mauls Jonathan Allen here. Absolutely mauls him. And then Nate Davis also did such a good job of getting this block off. Cody Whitehair's at the second level. And just look at this hole right here. But Khalil Herbert's going to continue to go east-west instead of just taking it north-south here. That hole was just... it was just too pretty for me. That was just an awesome job by the offensive line. But watch Larry Borum. He's going to ride Chase Young another 15 yards here. It's crazy what he does here. Khalil Herbert gets the outside, and there's the one unblocked guy. Look at Larry Borum here, man. Block into the echo of the whistle. Just watch Larry. Taking this linebacker for a ride. This is just nitpicking a little bit, but I mean, this hole here, this is a running back's dream. I think Roschon Johnson blows through this hole every time. Got another pass block rep here. Teven Jenkins, again, such a great job against Jonathan Allen. Good job by Nate Davis here as the Commanders are going to run another stunt. Fields is going to roll out quick, but Tev, man, he's killing it. His anchor and power in his arms is just awesome. Jonathan Allen doesn't get pushed around like that. This is the touchdown pass to Cole Kmet. Final play here. Just look at the clean pocket. Larry Borum is the only guy kind of getting beat. Chase Young slaps his arms down, beats him. But if you see it, look, Borum hangs with this. And if Fields needed to hang in the pocket a little bit longer here, he could have just stepped up and then fired it. But look at the job by Teven Jenkins. One-on-one with Jonathan Allen again. Teven Jenkins has Pro Bowl potential. Just locks him up. Nothing the guy can do. Good job by Nate Davis on the right side. One-on-one with Daron Payne over here. Fighting him off. Starts to lose the rep, but fights back. Wins. Good job by Darnell Wright. Getting to the outside. A man this big. This much speed. Look at those. Look at the footwork. Like a dancing teddy bear right there. Look at the power and his anchor. The only guy who gets killed here is Cody Whitehair. Watch Cody Whitehair in the middle. Just thrown to the ground. Fields has time. You see Kmet crossing the linebacker's face. Fields hangs in here under pressure from Chase Young. fires a dot, touchdown Bears. I saved another play for last. This was Teven Jenkins' first rep of the game. We're going to watch the rep quickly here. You see him help out on the double team, snatch the hands. And is that a double pancake? Look at Larry Borum and Teven Jenkins here. Watch him remove the hands real quick. Look at this. Slaps him down. Throws him off balance. Borum's doing the same thing to the guy over here. And then watch. They take each other out. And that's a double pancake. Just look at this technique from Teven Jenkins. He just continues to impress me. Slaps the hands down. Throws Barton off balance. Ends up pancaking him. Welcome back, Big Teven Jenkins. This was simply the best performance I've seen from this offensive line in a long time. Teven Jenkins' return, paired with Nate Davis and Darnell Wright's performances, look like three big-time building blocks for this team going forward. They didn't just look like three average offensive linemen in the NFL. All three flashed the potential to be Pro Bowl caliber players in this league, which is huge. We haven't had one Pro Bowl lineman on this team in a long time. If we can somehow manage to get 2 or 3, that would be amazing. If those 3 guys can stay healthy, this offensive line has serious potential going forward. I still think we need to draft a center next year, but hopefully Lucas Patrick and Cody Whitehair should be just fine to finish out this season. And then next year, Ryan Poles has to decide if he needs to draft another tackle, depending on what happens with Braxton Jones going forward. I will say this much, if Braxton is healthy, I would much rather that Poles drafts a defensive end and a wide receiver next year, with my dream pick being Marvin Harrison Jr., because I do think Braxton has the potential to be a top 10 left tackle in the NFL. However, neck injuries are scary, and if he doesn't return this season, that's a big question mark, and we have 2 first-round picks next year, so I can't rule out spending one of those on a tackle. I will be breaking down more film all week, as the Bears will take on the Vikings this Sunday at home. Stay tuned, guys. Hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.
Do right, Jay. Hey. Hey, good work today, baby. Let's keep going. Here we go. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3.